My name is Jackie Bennett. I was first diagnosed in 1995, and I did have surgery. They removed the lump, but I didn't like any of the treatments that were to follow, and I went to Mexico and did a neural networking. It was frequencies and juicing and various supplements that they tested you for to see that your body needed them. And after that, I knew I needed a home program, and I chose the Kelly program because I knew that's something that I could do, and that was juicing and supplements. And I was able actually to work with Dr. Kelly over the phone and then with someone he had trained to help implement his program. And every Thursday night we also had a support group call of other people doing the program and with Dr. Kelly. And I also learned about Dr. Gonzalez, who followed Dr. Kelly. So that, and I also instituted various other types of modalities. I did the grease test, which helped you to know what nutraceuticals would help kill your cancer and support your body. And my approach has been a natural one, and I've been able to keep no reoccurrence until the Hammer theory kicked in. And that theory is that when you have a trauma, a physical, emotional, psychological trauma, it will show up somewhere in your body within 3 years. And my husband died, my daughter got a divorce, my house burned, that my house that my husband and I had created. He was an architect, and so I was able to have my dream home, a healthy home, one that I could fit to all the things that I did to support my health. But I lost that house to a fire, had to move to another house, and it's kind of opposite to the one I had. And I also remarried, and then also my sister committed suicide. So I just had a series of these type of traumas, and the cancer did recur in around 2009, which was 3 years after my husband's death, and I used alternative methods, and we continued on to keep that at bay, but the trauma kept going. I also went to Mexico again and did a treatment with Dr. Tony, and
Hope for Cancer?
Yes, Dr. Jimenez.
And what type of cancer did you say it was?
I was originally diagnosed with invasive ductal carcinoma, and they found 2 small lumps in my left breast.
And when was that approximately?
That was in 1995. But in 2010, there seemed to be a recurrence. And I did various treatments, and then that was subsided. But at some point in 2012, the cancer mutated and just kind of exploded to a lot of different areas. And with the advice of my alternative methods practitioners, I did go to the Cancer Treatment Centers of America, which has natural and supportive treatments along with the regular type treatments. No, I did do the surgery, but after the surgery, which was in January of '96, I shifted to the Kelly program, and because I knew that you don't just cut it out and you're done, and I knew that.
How did you know that?
Well, I've actually had a lot of health problems I had to overcome throughout life. And I was already one of those people that juiced and tried to eat right. But I lived in a town that had a factory that was putting out deadly chemicals. And I was right in the path. And I think my immune system just couldn't handle it all. And we had acreage. My husband was a country boy, and we had a garden, and I juiced and, bring it right from the garden and juice it best way if you can do it. And I got rid of a lot of things doing that. I learned this through Truth About Cancer, through Cancer Tutor, a lot of different things. And one thing was beta-glucan to up your immune system. Another was the enzymes to help your digestion, and also taking them during times that you're not eating so that it can help digest the cancer and it wouldn't be busy digesting food. And of course, no sugar, and kind of what would be called a pegan diet. A lot of non-starchy vegetables, certain amount of starchy vegetables, the right kind. And I've really been through a whole lot of different, I've done everything from all raw to the vegan, but I found that what works for me is mostly non-starchy vegetables, a little bit of the right kind of meat, and basically right now I'm trying to avoid starchy vegetables like potatoes, but there are some seeds that are like grains that I can use. We travel to various places for diagnosis and for treatment, including California and Mexico. He was a little skeptical, but he was open. And but none of us really know what happened. My alternative doctors didn't know what happened. I don't know what happened. I don't know what made it mutate. Except I do have this. When I got to the cancer treatment center, one of the naturopaths said that when you've been doing high-dose vitamin C and then you stop without tapering off, what happened to me can happen. And that may have been what it was, because I had been doing the intravenous high-dose vitamin C and B17 and different things. So now I'm doing it, like keeping going once a week with it.
Okay.
Truth About Cancer. They kept adding new information.
Who's they? Just in case.
The online, the coming to the meetings, the doctors that we had here, the wealth of knowledge that the people they brought in. The Truth About Cancer helped fill in a lot of information that I needed. I live in a small town and just didn't have access to a lot of doctors who knew a lot about cancer, and probably the ones I would have found wouldn't have the type of treatment I would want to agree to. And I found this whole community of people with a wealth of knowledge that were able to give me the kind of knowledge I was looking for. They came from all sources, the doctors, the chiropractors, the nutritionists, people who experienced cancer themselves and who had gotten over it naturally. There are always new things coming out, and these doctors kept current on, some things we thought were true changed and they weren't, and it's just being able to stay current with the best information that was available at the time, and being able to incorporate it into what I was doing to make it more effective And then some searches I had been on, such as the light and frequency, especially at this particular cancer treatment, cancer meeting that we're having, it filled in a lot of gaps on just the science behind the frequencies and the light and how it assisted in your healing. So, I have been able to find the medical doctors who will let me do my treatments. And then there's, which has narrowed me down to just one targeted therapy, which is not as harmful to your body. But I am still looking for the bottom line of what I have to do to be able to get rid of that therapy, which is probably the dental work. And so that's kind of my quest right now, to find the right doctors the right way, the right time. Because I've been told that I really couldn't withstand, having all this done at once. And so I really am right now just working on the right way to get root canals done, because after my husband died, I got the mercury out. But somehow, every tooth that they took the mercury from, I wound up having to have a root canal. And I don't know if it was the technique of the doctor or that my immune system was just so low at that time from having been through his cancer battle, and maybe not having the strength I really needed for my own healing. And it's kind of, I don't know. It's just something I don't know. I think diet change would be one thing you really need to do. Don't keep doing what you have been doing if it's something that is contributing to your cancer. And so that would take a lot of, study, because not the same diet is good for everyone. So find someone who can really help you with that. And find the right supplements. Build your immune system. I believe in enzymes and the beta-glucan. And just keep searching and working. And you'll, depending on what you have, you'll probably need to be able to keep up with where you are in your progress. Well, just keep tuning in. Truth About Cancer keeps giving good information out every week, sometimes every day, and all the sources you can find to give you information, and find a good practitioner to help you.